Korea.
You have learned well, young Padawan.
Next stop, Korea. Time to get my booking sorted out. And it doesn't get any easier as an Expedia member, because all my travel bookings are just a click away. But with so many options, it can feel overwhelming trying to keep track of what I've been searching. No problem, the scratch pad function has my back. It picks up my search history so I can resume anytime, anywhere, and across multiple devices. K-pop, K-idols, K-dramas, K-this, K-that, I get it already. South Korea has a lot going for it. But you know what? The one thing that really excites me about South Korea is their cuisine. To kickstart my eating marathon, I'm in the capital of Seoul.
In Korea, it doesn't really matter what your main course is. There's always going to be one side dish that is definitely going to be on the table. Yeah, I'm talking about kimchi. Dun, dun, dun.
Kimchi is such an iconic Korean dish, and I wanted to learn how to make it. I caught up with my buddy Jay at Kimchi Madang to learn from a master, the lovely and extremely patient Miss Kim. Fingers crossed, I make the grade at my very first stop.
So far okay? Okay, alright, okay, you don't say anything. It's making me very nervous. The different versions of the kimchi, it's different ingredients obviously, but is the kimchi sauce about more or less the same thing?
Depends on the region. Southern Korea, they have the strong flavor. The sauce is more denser.
Okay, yeah. So now this is the tricky part where I've got to get the bottom layer.
Squeeze a bit, yeah.
Squeeze to take out the air.
Separate the last layer. Yeah, wrap it around.
Okay. Alright, 감사합니다, thank you. So now that I've done my kimchi, Miss Kim, how long does it take to ferment kimchi?
한 3-4개월 지나서 이제 발효돼서 그때는 더 맛있습니다.
So did you say 4 months?
Yeah, 4 months. But she said also, kimchi you can eat right away.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you very much. Oh, I thought I was going to be here for 4 months. This is the fruit of my labor. Kimchi. I'm good. Hey yo, I'm the king. Welcome to my crib. Let's go, follow me. So like I custom built straight up a second gate because I'm a baller like that. Check it out, yeah. Pretty sweet, huh? And then on my left, I straight up built the sickest sound system. Look at that drum right there. Yeah, you know how I ball like that, yeah. Hold up. My boys are rolling right now. Sick beat, bro. Sick beat.
전하, 식사는 하셨습니까?
Oh, lunch. Yeah. Let's rock. Yeah. I'm hungry. Let's go.
당근,
Literally don't understand what that is.
감자,
Okay, you're making it harder for me. But yes, whatever you're saying, put it in there. Oh, yeah, put it all in one big bowl.
버섯.
I don't know if that's a question or a statement. Yeah, I'll take it.
전하, 이제 식사하러 가셔야죠.
Okay, so that wasn't exactly historically accurate, but the bibimbap still has some very interesting origins. Back in the day, people felt it was really important to finish off all their leftover dishes before the start of the new lunar year. And to start the new year fresh. So the best solution they came up with, which also turns out to be genius, is to combine all the dishes into one. And hence, the bibimbap was born. Now, I'm not here to taste the average. I'm here to taste the very best. And at the Mok Myong Sanbang restaurant, they serve the best bibimbap in town. Yum yum.
This quaint little restaurant surrounded by serene nature is famous for their bibimbap. And unless you actually enjoy waiting in queue while everyone else is eating, you may want to make a booking.
Google Korean food and you're inevitably gonna find bibimbap as one of the first, second, or even third entry. It is like the bedrock of Korean cuisine. What does bibimbap mean? Well, from what I understand, bimbim means mixed and bap means rice. And put it together, you get mixed rice. And when you see everything laid out as perfectly as this, it's hard not to get excited. I hear it's quite spicy. Yeah. Give it a bit of a stir. The one I'm having this time around is just the vegetarian one. It's just pickled vegetables, fresh vegetables, all mixed together with the rice, but you can get like different versions. But for now, I feel like having something a little cleaner for the body. Just straight up vegetables. And here is the end result. All mixed together with the sauce. All that vegetables, you got mushrooms, you got radish in there, some bean sprouts. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that is really great. This has got to be the best bibimbap I've ever tried. The sauce is not too spicy. It's got a little bit of heat to it. It kind of just cuts through everything. And I could keep going through this bibimbap until it's finished, but I've been sort of eyeing it from the corner of my eye. It is something that you have to have when you're in Korea. Korean pancakes. Look at how much scallion is in this pancake. Like, they did not skimp on the ingredients, they just piled it on. There's a little bit of shrimp in there, a very big helping of squid, and some clams as well. Jeez, they literally just put everything they could find and just smashed it into one pancake. Look at that. In it goes light soy sauce, some sesame seeds. That is pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible. A-star. Easily. Best in the world. Yeah. The crabs are calling out to me. Yum yum. Yo, these noodles are spicy, man. Don't you hate it when you go out for lunch with a couple of friends and you can't quite decide what to eat? One friend wants meat, the other one wants fish. Another friend shows up uninvited and wants to stare at everyone awkwardly. Thankfully, at the Tongan market, that's not a problem. I'll show you how it works. Step 1. Exchange your money for some yeopjeon, old school Korean coins. Step 2. Fill her up.
This is the ultimate lunchbox experience. Browse the endless stretch of food vendors and keep exchanging your yeopjeon for whatever catches your eye.
There is no end to the variety at the Tongan market with 70 over stalls, all of them selling multiple dishes. You could literally come here every single day and have a different combination. Now I went all out. I got as much as I could, fill out my tray, and here we have it, my lunch for the day. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different dishes. So we're gonna do, for the first time ever, one word review. Start with the noodles. This one, if I remember correctly, is a seafood broth. Oh, that's good. Noodles? Awesome! What next? Ah, the crab. The crabs are calling out to me. This little bad boy. This is the Maya kimbap. No words needed. Sweet potatoes. It's kind of got this weird sticky glaze over it.
Potato pancakes, mini spicy crabs, omelette rolls. I stacked everything I could into my doshirak. But I was really looking forward to one dish in particular.
Tteokbokki is the rice cakes. Now I got 2 different versions. One is the more common version, which is cooked in this red peppery sauce. This one is called like the oily tteokbokki. The tteokbokki still retains that really soft, gooey center, but what you don't see is how kind of crispy the outside is. So it suddenly takes on a whole new dimension with 2 different textures. And if you like it spicy, go for this one. This one, however, you're only gonna really find it at the Tongan market. It is just like the one before. It is boiled, then it's pan-fried, but this time with a little bit of soy sauce. Wow. So needless to say, all the dishes here were pretty exceptional. But what makes Tonton Market so special is the experience. The experience of walking in an open-air market and just sort of picking out whatever you want and putting it into your lunchbox. There is no end to the sort of combinations you can get, and really, it is a cafeteria on steroids in a very, very good way. Tonton Market, yeah, I think it's best in the world.
Time to get to my next destination in search of some great snacks. First item on my list was some kind of egg bun. And the best place to get it is in the area of Hongdae, a place famous for its urban arts, indie music, street performers, and irresistible snacks.
Simple street side food. The karempang, essentially an egg in an American Twinkie. It's awesome.
If you ever get lost navigating your way around the narrow roads in Hongdae looking for good food, don't bother taking out a map. Just follow your nose, and you'll eventually stumble onto something delicious.
Oh, that is some seriously fresh squid. Deep fried, original flavoring. That is so epic. It's so hot. Look how big that is. Yum yum.
Snacks weren't the only thing I was looking for in Hongdae. I was meeting up with one of my best friends from high school that I last saw over 13 years ago. This was a long overdue reunion, but hey, what better way to catch up than over some really delicious food?
Yeah, man, seeing you here, it's kind of weird. It's like suddenly all the memories come back from high school.
Yeah, I know.
And I still remember like all our teachers all of a sudden.
But it feels like I met you yesterday.
yeah, pretty much.
It's not like like an awkward moment. You know?
Oh, what's going on now?
So he's taking off the grease and he's knocking on the pan to see if there's anyone there. So I guess there's no one there. Yeah.
Some things never change, and I'm grateful that my friendship with Min Jun is one of them. As we caught up, the staff whipped up the epic dak galbi, combining chicken, cheese, ramyun noodles, and Korean chili paste into one glorious dish.
All right. Woo! All right, that's what I'm talking about. What is dak galbi?
It's stir fried chicken.
That does look very, very good. All right, let's do it. I guess on these noodles. Oh, yo, is this spicy?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Yo, these noodles are spicy, man. Yeah, it's so spicy.
The place is feeling red.
Like these noodles are like really sticky and like dense, and there's so much like chili flakes.
Yeah, made out of Korean pepper paste.
Those noodles are really good. If you love spicy food, that's what you want to have, and it's really rich, it's really thick.
Yeah.
And oh, the chicken, let's go. Oh, I'll tell you, this chicken is super rich.
This is Korean rice cake.
All right, nice. Is this like a normal portion for 2 people?
Yeah.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. This has got to be one of the heaviest Korean dishes I've ever tasted. It's just covered in cheese, it's spicy, the rice is nice and soft. If you're a hungry person, this is a dish that you need to eat. This is amazing. No man, it's so good to see you, especially under these circumstances. Like, taking me to good food. This dak galbi was out of this world, man. So the combination of your company and this food, Yogane dak galbi, deserves the best in the world seal of approval. Perfect slices of sashimi. That is really good. Freaky, I don't understand why it's so big. Look at that. Man, this is good. By Poseidon's trident, Percy the prawn, Ollie the octopus, the king crab's army. How could this happen? No! Humanity, I trusted you and you butchered my friends. I must leave this place.
I've heard whispers of a market in Seoul that serves the freshest seafood in the city. And when I say fresh, I mean it's really, really, really fresh. You'll understand what I mean in a few minutes.
안녕하세요. I want to buy some seafood. I'm very hungry. Sashimi? Yeah? All right.
Sashimi, happy.
Sorry? Soup as well? Yeah, okay. Half soup, half sashimi. That's good. I'm really excited about this because the restaurants are just behind me. All you need to do is go downstairs, give them your fresh seafood, and they'll prepare everything. Perfect slices of sashimi. And now it's time to go to the restaurant and get stuck in.
The beauty about this place is that once you've bought your seafood, you only need to take a few steps to the restaurant, and they'll happily cook your ingredients in whatever style you want.
You guys do not know fresh until you come to the Noryangjin market, where the fish is swimming happily, and then 10 minutes later, it is served into these beautiful slices of sashimi, or in Korean, it's hui. I got two different types of fish for my sashimi. I got the flatfish, which is in season right now, and the grey mullet. I want to eat it the Korean way. Now, I had a crash course on how to do this. You get a little leaf like this. We're gonna slap on a fish onto this piece of lettuce, piece of garlic. Well, you know, if you're gonna do it the Korean way, you must do it the Korean way. Let's put some chili in there. This is the red pepper sauce. This is the bean paste with a little bit of garlic and green onions. Wrap it all up. Here we go. That is really good. All the flavors just kind of combine and work really well together. You can really taste this bean paste. The chili gives it a bit of heat, and the garlic kind of just cuts through the seafood flavor of the fish, but in a good way. If I lived in Seoul, I would eat this every morning for breakfast. Ah, here's my octopus. Aha. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. That's really good. So the funny thing is that the minute you put this into your mouth, because it's still pulsating, it's moving, the suckers on the tentacles actually stick to the palate or to the tongue or the side of your mouth. So it's actually a bit of a struggle. It's like a wrestling match between your tongue and the wriggling tentacles. I have to say, this mini octopus sashimi is absolutely divine. It looks kind of weird if you're not used to eating anything raw, let alone like tentacles that are still squirming in your mouth. It may be a bit too much for your stomach, but give it a shot at least once. Delicious. Mama of all seafood soups. We got fish, we got giant, unnaturally huge clams, we got prawns, we even got a crab in there, and a very healthy portion of vegetables, mushrooms, herbs, you name it, it's all in this massive pot. I've never seen a clam this big in my life. I don't even know if these are really clams or not. That's freaking massive. One beautiful prawn. Some grey mullet. Look at that roll. All ready, all good. Time to taste. The stock of this soup is from all the bones of the grey mullet and the flatfish, so it's very, very good. It's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick to it, just nice. Kind of wakes up the senses, perfect for breakfast. I want to dig into this crab. That is what I was looking for. The difference between having crab that was just alive a few minutes ago, cooked super fresh, and compare that to maybe frozen crab, the difference is night and day. That meat is so succulent. That is amazing. There's still other ingredients in this. This is by far the most gargantuan clam I've ever seen in my life. It's kind of freaky. I don't understand why it's so big. Look at that. Huge monster of a clam. So fresh. That is out of this world. Because it's just been marinating in that soup. All that flavor, all that spice is kind of coming out after each bite. This meal could not get any fresher if you tried. Because quite literally, I bought all these ingredients when they were still alive, and now it's simmering in the pot. The flavors of every seafood is so distinct, so flavorful. The soup just brings it all together with a little bit of spice to really, you know, wake up those senses easily. Seafood at Noryangjin Market, yeah, best in the world. Some more? You guys want some?
I'm nearing the end of my trip here in Seoul, but there's still one more thing I really want to do, which is to check out one of Seoul's traditional and oldest markets, the Gwangjang Market. There's a specific snack here that has built up a reputation for being extremely addictive. And when I found out that its name in Korean reflects its addictiveness, it made me want to try it out more than ever.
안녕하세요. This is the mayak kimbap, and it is named after, well, I guess somewhat of an addictive substance, because when you start this, you just won't stop. I think I can understand why it's called what it's called. Oh, that is so good. Wow. It's actually a really simple dish. There's nothing much to it. You got your sticky rice, you've got carrot, some pickled radish, wrapped in seaweed, brushed with a little bit of sesame oil, sesame seeds on the top, and you got a little bit of a sauce to it. Oh, that is amazing. The sauce is a little bit on the spicy side. It's kind of like wasabi. It really clears your nasal cavity. Man, this is good. Oh, now I really understand why they call it what they call it. Yeah. Mayak kimbap, best in the world. Our enemies will fear us. They will feel the tremble of our feet on this ground, and they will be shown no mercy. Charge! You will be my first victim. Oh!
After all that eating, I needed to walk it off. So I headed to the Cheonggyecheon stream that's popular with both locals and tourists alike. And to make sure I blended in nicely, I figured this was as good a time as any to dress up like an ancient Korean king. Well, it made sense at the time.
Sadly, all good things come to an end. But before I leave here, I gotta say a big thank you to the great King Sejong. Thanks, man. Thanks for the good food.
If there's one thing I've learned about the Koreans, is that they've got outrageous appetites. And after a few days in Seoul, I can understand why. It didn't matter if I was dining at an established restaurant, or snacking on a crowded street, or feasting in the middle of a fish market. Every bite I took of their unique cuisine was outstanding. I may be leaving the capital today, but my foodie mission in Korea is far from over.
Oh, that is something special right there. Why is the bell not here? Help me. The crab taste is so strong. No! Just take a look at that.
That man doesn't laugh at the innocent, but that was kind of funny.
I feel bad.